Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Kellen here with Droid Life. So I've got in front of me today Google Home, Google's newest hardware project. It is available today, actually, $129. You can pick it up at Walmart, Target, Best Buy if you have one near you, or you can order it from the Google Store or any of those other online stores as well. But either way, it's available now, and we thought we'd take it for a spin. We're going to do an unboxing, though, because it's a new hardware venture from Google. We want to show you guys what to expect, what's inside, maybe even set it up and do a couple voice commands and all of that stuff. So let's get on with it. Let's unbox Google Home. When taking a tour of the packaging here, it's pretty simple stuff, right? Google logo, home, voice activated speaker. There is a picture of speaker. If we flip to this side, you'll notice Google Assistant logo up here. So yes, this is powered by the Google Assistant along with Pixel and the Google Allo. So we're starting to see Google Assistant really infiltrate everywhere. Of course, you just fire everything up with that command there, which I'm not going to say because my phone's over there. But you say that and then play music, set timers, alarms, check on flight status, turn down temperature on thermostat, all of that stuff. On this back side, a little more overview of that, controlling music, turning your smarter home into a even smarter home, all with the assistant. This side, we do have a little bit of spec action, far field voice recognition, which just means across the room, you can shout at it that OK Google command and it will... Yep, see, I knew it would happen. And it will understand you even if music's playing or something like that. It does have a high excursion speaker on the inside, so if this is your only speaker in your house, it should do pretty well. 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi support, has Chromecast built in. That means you can cast things to it like music from your phone. This is also sort of a big glorified Chromecast, if you will. It has the ability to sort of distribute Chromecast information to other Chromecast-enabled devices throughout your house, and I believe it's been created from the Chromecast team, so that makes a lot of sense. Simple setup with the Google Home app, which used to be the Google Cast app, which before that was the Chromecast app. Now it's just Google Home, and you can get that on Google Play. And there's multi-room playback, so if you have multiple of these or other cast-enabled speakers and things like that, you can play music throughout your house. So anyway, that's a tour of the box. Oh, not yet. Down here, we do have, this is actually funny, this is a sticker down here that talks about what's supported. So YouTube Music, Pandora, Google Play Music, TuneIn. Spotify is also supported, not on here. Apparently didn't make it in time to print stickers. Google Chromecast, Nest, Philips Hue, and SmartThings. So those are just some of the stuff so far that's supported. Obviously, that we hope that this list grows over time and more smart items in your home become supported. But enough of that action. Let's just open this bad boy up. So it looks like we have pull tabs down here. I don't even need a knife. So arrow, pull. Awesome. And yep, another one on this side, arrow, pull. We do like knife-free packaging. All right, let's slide that off. If I could actually unstick it. There we go. Slide that off. All right, there's your box. So if any of you own a Google On-Hub router, packaging is very similar to that actually with this sort of flip top here. So flip that up. And there it is, much smaller. If you guys haven't seen one of these in person, they're actually much smaller than I think you would realize. So Amazon Echo, probably about double the height here as Google Home. So here is the device. We're just going to set that there for a second, see what else is in the box. So we'll pull this out. I do not believe there's anything in there. Google doesn't exactly make this easy to get into. Get over here, card. Oh, there we go. There's a little flip there. So getting started guides, plug power cable in, turn on, download home app. I think that's pretty easy. More information, touch controls on the top. You can spin to adjust volume, long press to get requests going, tap once to stop, pause, audio. Tells you where some other stuff is. Start with that command, which again, I can't say. Here's some other options for that command. It's funny, I'm going to keep avoiding that throughout this. Design to match. So the base on this one obviously is that sort of silver color, and you can actually swap out colors, which they're showing you right there. More warranty guides and things like that. And then the last thing in the box, is the power brick. So pretty sizable power brick here with just a Google logo on it. And then you do have it's not USB Type-C, in case you were wondering. It is actually straight up power brick. All right, so let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Take a little bit of tour here of the device. So In hand, you can see it. This is not a big device. It doesn't weigh a lot. That is plastic, so it's not made of metal or anything like that. It sort of has this fuzzy, feltish, almost bottom part. And I believe you can just twist, yep, and that will come off. So if you take that off, you will see speaker. There is actually a USB port here on the back side. So you can plug this in potentially for additional support, upgrade firmware, or something like that. But it does connect to Wi-Fi, so it should do that all on its own. Maybe you need to troubleshoot it. Maybe that's for developers. Either way, so that was pretty easy to do. That just sort of locks into place. And then you can swap them out for those additional colors and things like that. There is obviously this angle to the top, and that is the sort of touchpad area. These are your microphones for picking up that far-field voice recognition. All right, well, let's fire it up here and see what happens. All right, home app open, and let's throw in the power cable here, and let's just see what happens. So far, nothing. Oh, we've got some white lights. Oh, now we've got colored lights. Things are happening. First boot probably takes a minute here.
Welcome to Google Home. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
Okay, I have done that. Oh, there we go. There is Google Home. Let's go ahead and tap Setup. Google Home found. And we'll start walking through that. All right, so next you'll play a test sound. Let's play that. Yes, I heard that. Did you guys hear that? Kitchen, sure. We'll put that in the kitchen. This is be an option to put it wherever you want within your house. I am actually going to set this up in the kitchen eventually, so let's do that. There we go. Okay. Connects to your Wi-Fi, pulls the password from the phone that you're connected to, and then it should just finish setup. There we go, connected to Wi-Fi, continue, meet your Google Assistant, so we can sign in, yep, continue as me, get personal results, sure, why not, fetching an update, sure, that's fine, get the most out of your Google Home, sure. Yep, so set up your default music. That would be the correct one for me. Control cast devices. So I have all of these devices throughout the house, so we can connect to those as well. And now the first update. Update now complete. Rebooted colored circle gave us that little sound, and we are
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. I'm here to help. To learn a few things you can do, continue in the Google Home app.
Okay. Okay, Google. How far away is the moon?
The moon is 238,900 miles from Earth.
Awesome. You can see we can just continue to go through this. I don't think I really need to do this. We've talked about some of this stuff. Finish tutorial. All right, so there's now essentially a special Google Home section here. So you can change volume if you want, manage your calendar, play podcasts, play games, even manage shopping lists and all of that stuff. So you can see it's sectioned off now. There's a home section. If you have this home app installed, you can see down here, then it's Chromecasts and TVs. And so it lists those out as well. So they're now separating off this section. I will point out that you adjust it by running your finger around. You can see those dots follow it around. Kind of interesting, right? So yeah, there's all sorts of things you can do here. Like, okay, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes. Starting now.
And you can check on that timer. I can say, okay, Google, what's my timer at?
9 minutes and 57 seconds left.
Now, if you'll notice, as I'm saying both of those things, it's popping it up on my phone, but it's also saying I'm answering on a different device. So pay attention to the phone just for 1 second and you'll see, okay, Google, what's my timer at?
9 minutes and 38 seconds remaining.
See right there. So it's choosing between the two. I would imagine it's saying this is probably the one I want to use because it's the room-filled Google Home device rather than my phone. So it's kind of interesting that it's doing that. But you could say other things like set alarm, like wake me up at 6 a.m. How's my commute? And it'll actually tell you traffic right now. Of course, you can say, okay, Google, what's the weather this weekend?
Today through Sunday in Portland, it'll be partly cloudy with highs around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, except for tomorrow when it'll be rainy with a high of 54. Lows will fall from 52 degrees Fahrenheit to 46 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, Google, turn up the volume. Simple little commands like that are there as well. You can find sports news. You can cast things from the device to other things. Like you could say, play the Rogue Squadron trailer on my TV, perhaps. I'm not near a TV, so we're not going to show you that. But you could cast it to other speakers. Like I could say, okay, Google, play music by Tribe Called Quest on Bookshelf.
All right, A Tribe Called Quest from Google Play Music, playing on Bookshelf.
So Bookshelf is a set of Google Cast enabled speakers I have a Chromecast audio hooked up to. I would hope now inside my house, it's playing music from Tribe Called Quest on those speakers, which is very cool that you can do that. But you can also check on your flight time, wonder when your next event is. If I had Philips Hue lights in here, I could turn those up, down. I can even add things to my shopping list. So, okay, Google, add beer to my shopping list.
Okay, I've added beer to your shopping list.
So that's now on my shopping list, which is powered by Google Keep, which is one of the supported apps here. So you guys get this. You can sort of keep going here, but you can, of course, get even wilder. You could say, okay, Google, what's 5 plus 3 minus 2 times 4?
The answer is 0.
I had no idea that was what that was going to come out to, but you can do calculations like that. You can get info. You can get nutrition information. You can have it just entertain you. If you really want to go super nuts, you can go into IFTTT and set up really special commands where you would say something goofy and it would turn your lights on or turn your music on or play a special playlist or whatever. There's a whole bunch of power here that takes a lot more than a single day to get a review on from. So that's why we're just unboxing now and showing you some of it, and we'll obviously get to more of it later. Now, again, it's available today, $129, and it's available at a bunch of retailers. You can walk in and buy it today and walk back out with it. The limits here are that you have to set some things up, get used to voice commands, and then obviously the smart home aspect of it. It only works with a few things. Again, Smart Things, Nest, Chromecast, Philips Hue. So we need more things to come in there. But overall, it's a pretty good start. And even for this little thing, I'm excited to hear what the music sounds like. See if I use it more than I do Amazon Echo. So anyway, just been a probably pretty lengthy unboxing, but we talked about a lot of stuff here. Either way, if you guys have comments or questions, let us know. We are Droid Life. Peace.